Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down the wild and hilarious conversation featuring Faizon Love on Cam Capone News, where he reacts to 50 Cent saying that Diddy might have something to do with the Tupac getting lined up. And trust me, Faizon has no filter, so let's walk through exactly who's talking and what's really going on behind the comments. The clip starts with Faizon responding to 50 Cent stirring the pot around Puff. And if you know 50, then you already know he loves chaos. Faizon calls him a troublemaker, but he also admits something real. If the authorities are suddenly waking up to a decade-old case, it's probably because they are building something bigger behind the scenes. He even says flat out, there's nobody alive who can directly connect Puff. The only way something can happen to Puff is him himself. He makes a huge mistake and gets caught on audio talking about it. And this is where Faizon starts cooking. He breaks down how the law enforcement works. They collect pieces quietly, they build a file, and then boom, they connect everything like Law and Order episode. He jokes about them pulling out the record or recording of Puff saying take that, and the whole entire internet can exactly picture what that would look like there. Then the interviewer asks him a real question. Do you think Puff is sweating right now? And Faizon keeps it solid. If he did something, he sweated. If not, he's chilling. And that's where he goes into one of the funniest comparisons of the whole interview, Michael Jackson trial. Faizon explains innocence in the most Faizon way possible. He says guilty people show up to the court early, quiet, nervous because they know they might not walk out. But Michael showed up late, dancing on top of the cars in pajamas, grabbing himself like it was the Super Bowl halftime show. And Faizon says that behavior is really from a man who knows the truth and he knows his side. If you're guilty, you're not going to be dancing on the hood of a truck. If you're sitting quietly with a sandwich hoping for a miracle. And then the convo switches and shifts to Suge Knight and Keefe D. And this is where the interview gets deep. Suge recently says Keefe D was shocked a lot of people because Keefe is tied to the Vegas shooting, but Faizon breaks down the street politics. Suge isn't just some random executive, he was just there. He lived through it, and not even from jail, he still influenced a lot of the culture. So when he speaks, the streets, they listen. His stance isn't about approval, but it's about the unspoken rule that the culture where he came from. Faizon also touches on the violence that followed Tupac's death, how Compton went into the war zone for almost a week straight, and that details come from directly from Keefe D's own interviews. Faizon laughs when the interviewer reminds him that Keefe even sat down with him too, because Faizon had joked before that Keefe only did interviews with Boy Scouts. Then they switched it into the viral topics, and he had the internet buzzing for months. Faizon saying Jay-Z wasn't really a drug dealer. And once again, Faizon stands on it. He says he used logic and street sense. In his mind, someone like Jay wouldn't survive in the real street operations. Instead, he believed Jay was rapping about his life of the Haven, the guy who actually lived it. Faizon even breaks down how the Ice Cube, Eazy-E's, and other legends never claimed that they lived what they lived. They just rapped about the perspective, not the fantasy. Faizon also points that in the rap, they used to paint a picture of the environment, not that they pretend to be Scarface. And he calls Scarface cartoons because that movie was fictional and exaggerated to him. Jay stepped into the era where rap became entertainment first and truth and second. And then the clip, it really hit. So raw opinions. And Faizon, he breaks it down. So let me know if you guys like that.